I know that sometimes you feel lost. I know that sometimes you feel like you really don't belong and you're like, why am I even in this world? That's one of the greatest questions. What is my purpose? Why am I here? Yeah, most of the time, you really don't know who you are because everybody else has made the decisions of who you are to become before you're even born. So you don't know where you belong, don't know why you're here. So you tend to follow everybody else. You want to fit in, you want to be part of the crowd. Everybody needs community, and that's true. But we were all born individuals. We were all born to create. So much of us just take. We just consume. We don't create because we aren't trusted to do so as children. So it's innate. In fact, I've felt that way for many years, but I finally found a way, to learn how to create, how to think individually, how to have an independent thought. There's not much of that in this world today, right? Oh, you see my big nose. Whoa! In fact, as soon as the woman becomes pregnant, say we're as parents, everybody has an expectation of what you are going to be. Not only from the parents, the father, if he hears it's going to be his son, immediately he decides what sports you're going to play, what you're going to do. Or if he's a musician, he's like, oh, he's going to be a musician like me, right? And if you're a daughter, there are certain expectations that the parents have of the daughter, of both. So when you're just created in the womb, you already have expectations from other people. When the doctor finds out that you're pregnant, he assumes different things, he or she. The nurses, the grandparents, they start looking forward to how they can mold you and create you into the person that they want you to be. So it starts from the beginning. And that's very difficult. In fact, it creates your entire persona before you even know it. So you're kind of at a disadvantage. You've got all these influential people, including later on in life, teachers, guidance counselors, professors, business mentors, so on. Everybody else is creating your blueprint for what they want you to become. And that's okay. It's natural, it's normal. It's usually with good intention. But until you figure out your own blueprint, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be able to create like you were born to create. There's many ways to get past it that I'm not going to talk about today. I just want to talk about that you need to be aware. You need to observe, if you choose to, that you are an individual. Awareness is the first part. Observing. Be the observer of your own life and people around you. Don't necessarily try to be like everybody else. There are situations where we need to fit in order to become oneself. And that's a struggle. So parents, you've got a huge responsibility. Maybe not everybody is made out to be a parent, but it happens anyway. It is a miracle. Either way you look at it, any situation, whatever. So however you were raised, good, bad, or ugly, it probably wasn't of your own doing, obviously. You gotta find a way, if you want to be aware of your inner self and think, I am this. I am not what they want me to be. It's not rebellious, it's just a good thing to do. If it's good for others, then it's good for you. That doesn't mean you follow everybody else, or you try to be everybody else. That means whatever you may create or contribute to the world, if it's good for others, then it probably is good for you and will enhance you and your likelihood to succeed in life and to find self-fulfillment, which I believe is what everybody's looking for. If you don't know that, think about it. sit and meditate for a couple of minutes every day. What am I truly to become? What am I supposed to be? And when you become that, say, what would the person I intend to become do next? Figure that out and then do it. Take action. You know, everybody says knowledge is power, but it's not. Knowledge without action is nothing. It's worthless. You must take action. Self-help industry is huge, billion-dollar business, but it's something I've learned the last 4 or 5 years is that people aren't really willing to work on themselves. Maybe physically, and that's limited, but mentally, boy, that's difficult. Not many people teach that. Oh, they'll read thousands of books, man, thousands, but then never take action on that because it's difficult. I've done it. I've been there. Spent a lot of money just to come to realize that I have to learn to think independently, to become aware of what I feel, and that's important, feel that I'm supposed to be. It's hard, but you can do it. So parents, please be open. Try to teach your kids how to be independent thinkers. We're not good at that. We're not taught that. There's no book that comes to parents. And if obviously you're a child of somebody, everybody is, I believe, at least till now, that could change in the future. Realize that you don't have to be what they wanted you to be, even if it's a good thing. I mean, you got to become your own self, what you're intended to become. And that could be a lifelong challenge. But it's the journey is the exciting part. It truly is. It's not the destination. Because once you hit the destination, it's usually not as good as what you thought it was going to be. So enjoy the journey. Because you were all born of greatness and for greatness. So let's go prove it.